Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Van Build 2.0, otherwise known as Vanlantis Morissette. That name was picked by my son. I don't know, I thought it was kind of cute. I kind of liked it. But here she is in all her glory. As you can see, it's a bit of a mess inside right now. In between van builds, I had some projects I had to get done for other people, and I've been using this as my pickup truck. So, first thing that's got to happen is all this has to come out. While I'm unloading the van, I want to talk to you for a second about some of the footage that you're going to see. I accidentally recorded a lot of this footage in slow-mo. I had my camera set wrong and I didn't realize it. So right here is a great slow-mo pic of myself and a guy named Kyle from Kwood Honda. Kyle is the guy who sold me the van. I want to give a shout out to Kyle. We did the deal over the telephone. He was absolutely fantastic. We set up a time to do the deal. I drove from my place in Ohio up to just north of Detroit. Kyle got me in and out in less than an hour. There was no funny business with the deal. The price he quoted me on the phone was the price I ended up paying out the door. He did a great job. Again, I just want to give a shout out to Kyle and Kwood Honda. Thanks a lot for your help. Their information is up here on the screen. This was a rubber floor that came with the van. I'm not going to use it in the build, but what I decided to do was use it as a template to help me cut out my subfloor later on. It was not laid in there very well, so I spent a few minutes trimming up the rubber floor, so when I cut out for my subfloor later, it was a perfect template. Everything's unloaded. It's time to give it a little spruce up. So when I bought this, Kyle from over at Kwood told me that it was super clean. Well, I think Kyle's idea of super clean and my idea of super clean are just a little bit different. It was clean, no doubt, but there's just a layer of dust on everything. Not to mention the mud and dirt that is in there now because of me getting in and out of it in dirty shoes. So I'm going to sweep it out, give everything a good wipe down, and then we are going to attend to a lot of the scratches on the floor. I've got a couple gallons of warm bleach water. I'm just going to use that to wipe the interior of the van down. Going to let that dry, and that's going to give us a good surface for our paint to adhere to later when we paint up the floor. The inside is cleaned out and it looks much, much better, but now I have to address these scratches in here. This was a work van before I got it, and it looks like whoever had it just slid things in and out and didn't, put any covering or anything on the floor, so the floor is really, really scratched up. Nothing is rusting, but I don't want things to rust later. So let's say you're out camping later and it's raining and you have the door open and the inside gets wet, it goes down to the floor. I just want to give the floor an opportunity to dry before rust sets in. So I'm going to go ahead and paint the floor. Even though you'll never see it, it probably doesn't need it, but I care about the build, I care about my quality and my craftsmanship, so I'm going to take that extra step. Painting's done. This was just some clean metal primer. I'm going to tell you who it is. It's by Rust-Oleum. There it is, Rust-Oleum. I'm not sponsored by anybody. I get no money. I would absolutely let you know if I do, but I do like this product. I use Rust-Oleum for a lot of things. While the paint dries, let's talk about the next part of the project, and that is putting down this sound deadening material. Now this is something that I didn't do on my last build. I didn't do it because I didn't know about it. Supposedly this material is supposed to add weight to the sheet metal of the sides of the van, and that is supposed to help with rattling. I really didn't notice any rattling from my last van. Once it was fully completed and I was driving it down the road, I didn't really have any issues with road noise. This one, when I drive it, when it's completely empty, I do hear road noise, but I figure that's the sound reverberating off of the sheet metal and, you know, just kind of bouncing off the inside of the van. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a little experiment. Now, I don't have a sound meter. I'm not going to go out and get one, but I'm going to bring you guys along while I drive some side roads and also while I drive down the freeway, both before I put the sound deadening stuff in and after. And I want you guys to let me know if you can hear a difference. All right, we're going to get going here on this project. So they recommend that you wear gloves. I'm going to go ahead and do that. So with this product, it comes with a lot of these bubbles here, and once you get it put down on the floor or on the surface, you take a roller and you roll all those bubbles down. That's how you know that you have a good adherence. So I've never done this before. We're going to give it a try. We're going to see how it goes. First one down. We're going to continue on, but I think we're going to do it at about 6 times the speed. Here we go. After some trial and error, I'm going to show you what I think is the easiest and best way to put this down. Again, this is the first time I've done this, so it's a learning experience for me, but I'm going to show you what I think. The first thing you want to do is take your piece of Kilmat and pull back the paper, exposing a little bit of the sticky part. Then you want to line up your mat right where you want it, and then take your hand and kind of mush it down as you pull the paper back. So here we go. After that, you take your roller and you roll it out. I know I'm behind the wheel well here. You can't see this very well. I'll show you another one. Okay, we're going to do another one here. Pull it back. Lay it in. And then use your hand to mush it down as you pull the paper back. Then you hit it with your roller. And that's it. That's how you do that. I'm not going to bore you guys with showing you the rest of getting this down on the floor. I think you get the idea. So I'm going to go ahead and get this down, and I'll catch up with you in a little bit when it's time to get some Kilmat on the walls. All right, I've got the floor done. Recommended coverage on this is about 20 to 30% from what I've read. I've got, I'd say, about 50% covered here. I'm happy with that. Next, we're going to do the walls. All right, I've got it installed on the walls. Last thing I need to do is use the roller and roll it all down. You can see there's going to be a window here and on the opposite side, and then there's going to also be one here. So I figured I wouldn't waste the material where the window's going to be, so those are off center. All right, let's get to this test. Here we go, before and after. Okay, so there we go. My unscientific by ear assessment is there is some benefit to the Kilmat. It was definitely less rattly on the freeway. I didn't feel like it was too much less rattly just going through regular side streets. My thing is there's gonna be a lot of stuff hanging on these walls, from insulation to wood. There's gonna be, a couple layers of flooring down on the floor. I don't know that the Kilmat offers anything greater than what the regular build would. If you guys have different opinions, let me know below. Again, my assessment is the Kilmat does what it's supposed to do. It does make things less noisy. It does make things less rattly. I just don't know if it's worth it. I don't know, what do I have in here? Maybe $100 in Kilmat and 2.5, 3 hours of time. I just don't know if it's worth it to put the Kilmat in when the build itself is going to do the same thing. So, like I said, let me know below if you have a different opinion. I'd be interested to hear it. In the meantime, I think this is a great place to end this video. As always, thanks for coming along. Keep adventuring and get out there and build something great.